ha ha ha. Okay, maybe now. You guys tell me. Okay. Let's see. CPU is connection's good. 15 frame. Oh, my CPU is just dying. Ah, God. My CPU is literally dying. Literally. I'm gonna close out some apps. I have like a million different slicers loaded. Okay, heaps better, looks good, perfect, stable, voice network, sound good, but laggy, level good. Did I set my key? I set my keyframes. Hey, thanks, Callie Love. It is perfect, I guess. Yeah. Okay, smooth. So, see, it says 15 frames per second it's serving up. And that's just, oh my God. Okay, so the system I have is, well, let's see, let's close out some things. The system I have is a 2008 8-core Mac Pro. 2008. 15 frames is not good enough. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't have my PC up here. Oh, I am failing so hard. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I need a new. I gotta talk to Puget Systems and. Hey, from Sweden. Okay, good. I'll get to the prints in just a sec. Man, it's too. Thanks, Mega Making. It is too old. It's way too old. You know, it's probably because I'm trying to do 1080p. You guys want me to? I could drop it. I could drop. Let's see. I don't know if I have to start and restop the stream. I dropped it a little bit. I dropped it to a much lower frame rate. Good morning. Yes, that is a Neva in the background. Oh my God, this computer just can't keep up. Okay. High five, AI Greek. Dang it, I am so sorry. I didn't know the computer was this old. Oh my God. I will. That's true, 3D Maker, noob. It probably counts. Okay. Hello. I happen to get new internet here at the house. It's gigabit fiber internet. It's awesome. I have crazy speed tests of where I'm getting like 700 to 900 megabits upstream, which is crazy. So now my internet connection is not the point of contention for my streams. It's my 2008 Mac Pro. Yes, it is an 8-core Mac Pro, but it's almost, oh my God, it's almost 10 years old. It's almost 10 years old. What the frick? All right. I am not high motion. You're correct, Practical Printing. So, I believe I can get away with this for now. But man, the chubby engineer, does OBS? Hey, SparkyFace5, does OBS have a hardware encoding option? It does on PC, and that's why usually I would do this on my PC, but my PC is downstairs, and I guess I could bring it up. I just don't have any room on my desk. This is a good test, though. This is why we test things. This is why we test things. So, okay. I know that I can't use this computer for streaming anymore. Oh, man. Tiago Tapada, show us some of your prints. I'm glad you said that first. Our beloved Sparky Face 5 sent out a request saying for $25 sent to her PayPal account, she would model you something at random. It was a way to generate some revenue and to really get some practice in on her modeling skills. And so I sent her $50 and I said I'd like 2 models. And I printed them. The first one is this guy. This is a banana dragon, which honestly is just wonderful. Oh, excuse me. It's late. There we go. Jeffrey, Jeffrey? Okay. Okay, hold on. Jeffrey, what are you doing? I can't scream. Everybody's asleep in the house. Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Jeffrey, dude, I love you. I will put that towards a new computer. I will talk to Puget Systems and I will remedy this situation. Man. Oh, dude, my heart is beating. I'm sorry, you guys. I just have to take a small little break here because Jeffrey just broke me. He just literally broke me. Oh my god. Okay, Jeffrey, thank you. I have no idea what words I can even say that would encapsulate the utter disbelief that I feel right now. And that's I'm out of words. All right. Thank you. To get back to the Sparky Face 5 Banana Dragon, I've lost you guys. To get back to the Sparky Face Banana Dragon, look, there it is. There it is. It printed great. This was printed on the Raise 3D N2 Plus right over there. And this was printed in Matter Hackers PLA. Matter Hackers PLA. And this is the Banana Dragon. She also made me this, Tessa, remind me what this is. But this is a birdie, so I think it can hold something. So like, here's some solder. Birdie's holding the solder. There we go. It's cool. I mean, what else could I put in there, Sparky? This is it's a neat design. And look at this. Look at the Rays did an amazing job. The surface finish, there's some stringing just because it's probably some old PLA and it's probably got a little bit of moisture or something in it, but the surface finish is fantastic. It's great. The Rays did a really good job with the little feet too. Those little feetsies, those turned out good. I always worry because on a lot of 3D printers, you only have the filament cooling coming from one side. It's not like those aftermarket fan shrouds that surround the nozzle with the cool air. And on the Rays machine, the filament cooling fan, is not just on one side, but it's also not variable, because the same fan that blows air across the heatsink is also the fan that actually blows air under the nozzle, and that doesn't cool things as well as it should, I don't believe. But I mean, you get these great results from the machine, so I don't even know what to say there. But it did a great job. Sparky, these are also really, really wonderful models. I want to thank you very, very much. What else can I show you? Oh, this will be cool. This will be cool. I'm trying to get some more tests done on the Robo. I know I did a bunch of PLA in it and I had some issues, and I produced that video and I talked about how Robo needed to implement some changes. I've been talking with Jeff on Twitter. He is at GM Weed, and I thought I'm just going to start throwing some ABS at the machine because it's enclosed. There you go. This is just standard, what is this? This is Hatchbox. This is Hatchbox ABS on the Robo, and it's default Cura settings. And it's not bad at all. Look at that, that's ABS. The problem is, this is Flowalistic, and it almost doesn't fit my face. I guess it kind of does. My kid wants me to put some elastic on here, and I think he wants to wear it. But I'm thinking maybe I wear this for Halloween. Maybe. I don't really have a costume picked out right now. I mean, I could build something, I suppose. Here. Look at that. Look at this thing. This is a giant maker coin, but look at the thickness. Look at this. This is well, here, just to give you an example, there's a little birdie, and there's my maker coin. So what I did with this, I brought it into the slicer, and I scaled it X and Y at 200%, but then I scaled it Z at 400%, and it made this huge, crazy ABS maker coin. And this edge right here, super sharp. Like, I could cut myself. I don't want to cut myself. What time? Let's see. Zamboni Tony's asking what time it is. Right now it's 1:29. 1:29. Yes. Sparky Face 5, that is Flowalistic's mask. I was hoping to get another one started tonight on the Rays with the dual extrusion. I just gotta, I don't know, it's like 1:30. I might just go to bed. What else can I show you? Oh, on the Neva over there. So I want to demonstrate why I think filament runout detection is an important thing for every 3D printer to have. I think that it serves a wonderful purpose, and I wanted to demonstrate that using the Neva because it has a filament runout detection sensor on it. And what I'm doing is printing a cauldron, and anytime the filament runs out, I swap it for another one, and I just keep going. But this is like the third time I've tried. I'm just taking old, very sparse spools of filament that I have, which is going to make my wife happy because now I can I can just get rid of some spools and recycle them and make room for some of the new ones. But I just want to kind of show off the functionality of how a runout detection sensor really gives you peace of mind and really doesn't leave you hanging if you need to. Like, here's what happens. I go to work And during the day, I'll text my wife and ask her to check. Hey, can you check the printer? Hey, can you check the printer? Hey, can you check the printer? And I'll have her send me pictures of the filament roll to see if I can gauge if I'm going to get home from work before the filament roll runs out. It's actually kind of funny because now when I text my wife and ask her to check on the print, she always sends me 3 photos. She sends me a picture of the print up close. She sends me a picture of the machine, and then she sends me a picture of the filament roll. And she says, "There you go, honey." So that's my wife. She's pretty rad. So on the Neva, that's what I'm doing. It just happens to be taking a little bit longer than I thought because of the failures I'm running into. Oh man, I do need to get something filmed that I'm hoping to have out on Sunday. It's in fact, Print 3D channel, Jeffrey, he did a print of the candy corn launchers, and I have 3 of them printed. I did it last week, and I just need to film it. And the problem is I've set a hard deadline for myself of midnight, and I don't want to start filming something past midnight, because then I'm up filming and then I have to transfer footage and then I have to proxy the footage and then I have to upload it to the shared drive that my editor Sean and I use. So really, if I set that hard deadline of midnight, it means that I can cut out probably 2 hours, and that would hopefully mean I get to bed before 2 o'clock in the morning. But you're right. I'm streaming right now, so, well, at least for a little bit longer. Really, this was just a test. I got parts for the Zortrax in, which is down here. I'm trying to clean up my office a little bit. Matter Hackers did send a nozzle set for the VCN Sigma. It's right there behind that folding chair. Boy, let's see. I think Sean is working on the Fan Mail Friday video in a few hours when he wakes up, and there should be a Fan Mail Friday this week. I don't know. Well, let's see. I'm gonna go to the comments. I'm gonna see what you guys are doing. Mighty Jabba's collection. That's a good idea. I have a lot of spools with a tiny amount left. That's exactly it. Where you can just feed in a bunch of really tiny spools and create a print, because you don't really know, or you don't care what the color is going to be. You could finish it, or maybe it would be cool all multicolored, and just being able to have that run out detection, I think that's all you need, because then it detects it. It could park the nozzle or keep it warm. It just gives you a chance to I think, print more, and I think that's important. You do it. Tacos or iPhone X, iPhone 10. I'm in the queue for my son's phone. Well, I did switch over to a Samsung Note 8, and I do like it. And I thought when the iPhone 10 was going to come out, I thought, well, I'll pre-order it. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe my wife will want it. And I just, I didn't. It's weird. I thought I would, but I didn't. Oh, and speaking of this phone, so this case, this is a Spigen case. So it says Spigen right there. So I had one of these on my iPhone because my my viewers on a live stream said get a Spigen case, so I did, and I ended up getting one for the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 as well. So I thought about putting a little video out on the second channel, on Technically Nerdy, talking about the case and what I like and what I don't like. I hope that's interesting for some people. Let's see. To the comments. Oh, Hawk 3D Proto. Hey Ben. You guys, Hawk 3D Proto is rad, and I need to get myself across the pond over to the UK so I can actually high-five that guy in person. I'd love to get over to the UK. Shoot, then I got to go to Spain to see BCN, and then I go to the Czech Republic to see Prusa. I should just plan a European trip. It's just so tough, right? Because I still I have a day job, and so I only have a certain amount of days off I can take a year, and that means I either need to um, save my vacation days and not travel as much for 3D printing, or I need to take my wife and kids on a 3D printing adventure, I think. Tiago's asking CR10 or Maker Select Plus. I don't believe I've played with the Maker Select Plus. I have played with the CR10, so I would go CR10. I hope that helps. Wayne Viner. Hi from Australia. Hello. How are you doing? Oh, the German printing nerd is right there. Hey, Don. How you doing? And Malta to see Joe. That's right. Oh, I would love to go to Malta. It was awesome. The last time, it was a last Bay Area Maker Faire when Matter Hackers had their pre-Maker Faire meetup, and Joe and his wife were there. They were talking about Malta, and one of the things they said really resonated with me. They said that in Malta, they like their fireworks more than the Chinese. And I was like, whoa, that's saying something. Tiago saying Portugal. I've been to Portugal. I actually, at an old job back in 2007, 6, 7. I actually was in Lisbon for a couple weeks. It was a lot of fun. TT Geek says couch surf. I don't know about that. I think I don't know. That would be tough. Eric Lawrence is saying, my 9-year-old daughter loves your channel and wants a 3D printer. I have a few. What would you recommend for her first 3D printer? And that's a really good question. I have a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 10-year-old. But I think my situation is unique because they've sort of grown up over the last couple of years just surrounded by the 3D printers that I have here in the house. So I think for you, it's kind of up to you as dad to judge her technical aptitude and what you think would be good for her ability and what you think she would be able to learn with. I mean, some people would say just get her a CR10. It's a simple machine with easily replaceable parts. It's moddable, it works, and it's fairly inexpensive for the build volume. Whereas others might say, go get a Dremel 3D40 because it's got great support. It's good for like the school system, easy to use. So it's up to you to judge where your daughter's technical aptitude is, and then look at that and kind of gauge that, kind of track, hey, is she going to learn at what level, and then pick up a printer that you think will carry her on that path. And then if you're wrong and she's learning faster than you think that she was going to learn, then it just gives you an excuse to buy another printer. Pixel83PL, hello from Poland. Hello, how are you? CR10S versus the Prusa Mark III. It's not really comparing apples to apples at that point. The Prusa Mark III is a refined machine with a bunch of features now implemented under the hood to really make it more simple to use, more user friendly, and more and much more able to detect when errors happen in the print and how to correct those. Whereas the CR10S is it's the lowest common denominator of what a really good Far East machine is. And that's not a knock in any way. The CR10 printers from Creality do a wonderful job. It's just that they're serving a different purpose. We need both of those machines in the community to keep the technology going forward, but they're not the same. They serve a different purpose. I mean, they both print things, but they're for different users. Fugatech, hey man, how you doing? Thanks for joining this random little test stream. Cheaty Technology X12 would make a great kids printer. I've never played with one of those. Let's see, Zagrosect. I haven't played with one of those. Agent Kane is asking what time it is, and according to AT&T, it is 1:41 in the morning. Wild Rose, you pre-ordered your Mark III. Oh, and upgrading from a Simple Metal. The Simple Metal is still a wonderful machine, and you know, Brookover Printer Bot is easily one of the coolest humans you can talk to. But I understand why you're saying that's an upgrade. Oh, good evening, Dustin. Is that an L? LGRFBS. Hello from Sweden. What 3D scanner is best economic buy? That I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with 3D scanners. I've used the Microsoft Kinect before. I also have one of these from iSense. Plugs into an iPhone. I do have that Shining 3D scanner that I still need to get out and play with again. You might want to talk to Angus. He was just scanning a banana earlier. That's not code for anything. Jan, hi from Czech Republic. I have a question. What is your fastest printer? I mean, which printers of yours hits fastest millimeters per second? That's going to be the CME CNC Rostock Max V3 and the TiVo Tarantula. I think I can run those greater than 100 millimeters per second. Beyond that, it's a lot of large moving beds that I just can't, like the G-Max. Shoot, that huge bed moving back and forth. I can't power that thing faster than 60 to 80, or else I'm going to see a lot of speed artifacts. Jack Schiller, Mr. Telling, you were instrumental in getting me to drop some bucks on a 3D printer. Never looked back. Many thanks, brother. High five, man. It's good. That's always wonderful to hear. I always, I like to think that with the influence that I have and the exposure that I'm able to get to certain things, that's why I try to expose people to cool stuff. I love 3D printing. And I like to think that the kids that I inspire, maybe, who knows, one of them one day could be the next scientist that finds a cure for something, or invents a certain technology that gets us to travel further, faster, or I want to keep inspiring, and I want to keep promoting the awesomeness and just the unabashed love of all things nerd, and I think it's going to get us far. Wesley Manzer asks, will you get a DaVinci Color? Well, first, Wesley, thank you for the $2. That's very kind of you. The DaVinci Corporation has reached out and wants to, they want to bring me down to see the color machine. I think they might show up at the Matter Hackers meetup. Right now, they're sending the machines to designers, and I think that's the right call. I may get to borrow one down the line once designers have had a chance to make models for the machines, but that's not for sure. I will at least get a tour of the facility, and I will get to see it in the XYZ facility down in Lake Forest, and it's just a matter of time. See, Samways, do you feel that the budget $400 printers like the CR10 or the Maker printers could handle smaller prints well, such as D&D tile sets? Well, first, thank you for the $5 or euros or pounds. I don't remember what that symbol is. It's near 2 o'clock in the morning, so you can't fault me. But, see, Samways, I do feel that they can, with a certain caveat. So the D&D tile sets, I think, are going to involve a bit of detail. And so what you can do is replace that 0.4 nozzle that most machines come with and maybe do a 0.25. That will allow you to get greater detail because you're not pushing out as much plastic. I think that's where you're going to see the most bang for your buck as far as being able to print D&D items like tile sets. Beyond that, I don't really think it's going to matter which printer, as long as the printer is a printer that can print well. I don't think it's going to matter which printer you get, as long as you outfit it with a smaller orificed nozzle to spit out a little less plastic, so you can do the finer details. Well, I hope that helps. Jeffrey DeRusso is crashing, everybody. High five, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining me on this random test stream. Arjun M. Hi, Joel. Watching from Dubai. Oh man, there's a place I would love to visit. I would love to come out to Dubai. I think that would be a lot of fun. Spencer's asking, who's the new provider? Here in the Seattle area, I'm getting fiber internet from CenturyLink, and it's symmetrical gigabit internet. The only issue is I'm only pulling 16 to 18 frames per second on my Mac because it was built in 2008, and my Mac cannot keep up with the frames that I need to spit out. So there we go. Oh, and it's pounds. Okay, good. It's pounds. Black Ninja 3006. Have you used ethyl acetate for vapor smoothing on PLA? Any tips? I have not. I haven't done any vapor smoothing. I've never tried acetone with ABS because I just don't usually print ABS. Like the coin and that mask that I was showing off. These things right here. These are the first things that I've printed in ABS in a long time. Would those vapor smooth? Probably. Am I going to? Probably not. The only smoothing I do in PLA is when I'm using sandpaper. Sorry, man. I wish I could help you more. Ooh. Paul Thomas is watching from Thailand. Hello, Paul. Good to have you. Spencer is oh, you're up in Bothell. Okay, actually the first house that my wife and I purchased was in Bothell. We were actually right near Thrasher's Corner. Is that anywhere near you? Frederick watching from Seattle. So it's almost 2 a.m. for you as well, Frederick, isn't it? Oh, and CNC Evolution from Romania. Awesome. Uh-oh. Two Top Gaming is asking if I can give them a shout out, and I can't. I'm sorry. Rover Us Rover. Joel, is Mac on wireless? No, Mac is Cat 6 Ethernet into the back of the cable modem or fiber modem or whatever modem they're using. Stefano is from Italy. Hey, Stefano. Nathan says ABS for life. Nathan, don't do that to me, man. Dust Bunny's in the land of Oz. Oh, man. Good to have you. Germany's in the house. Oh, Canyon Park atop Nike Hill. Okay. So, Spencer, I used to go to that McDonald's all the time. That was fun. Charlie Emblems. Joel, what's the best 3mm rainbow filament? I don't know. That's a good point. I got my rainbow filament from Strong Hero 3D. I don't know if they make it in 3mm. And I don't know of anybody else that makes the rainbow filament. I know I saw a picture on Twitter today that was rainbow filament, but I don't know who it was. Shoot, I don't remember. You do it. 3D printing nerd. Wait, Natterpuss, yes, I should be asleep, but it's going to be soon. You do it. I like your project approach. I'm using that now on my channel. Just created a tie rack that holds 44 ties. That's fantastic. And I'm going to speak a little bit about that. So the channel is going through a little bit of a shift because I don't want to just do review after review after review. I think that there is plenty of that on the internet already, and there's already people on YouTube that do it better than I ever could. Just look at Tom, look at Angus, look at Joe. Any of those people that put out reviews already, I think, do it better than I can. That said, there's always going to be situations where I do want to review a product, and I will give you my opinions on that, and I'll give you my style of a review. But going forward, what I want to focus on is more project-oriented printing. I think that projects of multi-part prints, projects that need me to use another discipline, projects that require more than just my 3D printer, so the laser cutter, the CNC machine, you know, drills and screws and all of that sort of stuff. That's the approach I want to take, because I think that's the next evolution, what I need to do in order to continue to inspire an audience. So I hope you guys don't mind that. Again, there's always going to be reviews if the product is something that's been requested a lot, but I hope to do a lot more making and using my 3D printer as a tool, usually a primary tool, but a tool. That's the goal, and I hope you guys like that. Michael Randall, an Australian 50 for the computer fund. Oh, Michael, you're just, thank you very much. I might actually be able to get a computer here. This is wonderful. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you. See, Sam Ways, you should start modeling in VR and printing those. It's always great to see people create and print their own stuff. I agree. At work, we have some VR sets. In fact, we just got the backpack mounted VR set, so I don't have to be tethered to anything. And I think that that'd be fun. I really want to get into VR because I want to expose that to my kids. I think it's going to be one of those technologies that just takes off and grows like crazy. And knowing that, I think exposing them to the VR stuff at home, much like I've exposed them to all the 3D printers, will just aid them and make them better prepared for the future. So hopefully, maybe my kids will be doing some modeling in 3D and in VR, and I'll be printing it. You never know. Reller82, $5. Loved the XTC 3D video. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. That was my first attempt with XTC 3D, and I thought that Ghost was a wonderful way to show it off because it's not space guns. It's not a bunch of right angles. It's a very organic shape. And I know that's where XTC 3D and other two-part epoxies can excel. So I gave it a try. And of course, there were places where I missed sanding, places where I missed putting it on. I probably went too fast, but it was a lot of fun. And I learned a lot. And I felt cool like Uncle Jesse. Seeing the videos of him doing all the props and the cosplay stuff like helmets and getting the XTC 3D on those, oh, it's just wonderful. So I felt much like some Uncle Jesse. That's cool. Ian B, you say there are enough straight reviews out there. Much better to see interesting projects. Okay, that's wonderful. And I'm glad you like that idea. And hopefully it just means that I can inspire more. Hopefully it means that there's cooler stuff coming out. I don't know. Oh, I am. I want to let you guys know, you're the first to hear this. I'm working on a book of sorts. I have an idea, and I'm gonna try to write it up. And if it's cool, I don't know. We'll see. I've always wanted to. I think it's a good idea, and I'm gonna write down my thoughts. I'm gonna read them out loud, and then we'll see what happens. But there could be. I'm just gonna say book, but I'm gonna put air quotes around it. There could be a book from me in the future. Desi with 10 euros, right? Well, let's help for the computer or some coffee from Germany. Oh, thank you so much. I can always use coffee, and I do need that new computer. It's very kind of you. Man, I could get a new one. I guess I just got to go talk to Puget Systems. They're the same people that Barnacules uses for his PC, and I know the CEO because of Jerry's involvement and Kevlar Condom. So that would be a lot of fun. Oh man, just something that could render video and something that could live stream. My eventual goal, if 3D printing was ever my full-time gig, my goal would be to do a daily live stream. And I have an idea for the show, and I have an idea of the flow it would take and what I would say and when, and it would be a daily show in 3D printing, or at least a weekday daily show. But anyway, so if this is ever my full-time gig, I will have a daily show on YouTube for 3D printing. Could be fun. I don't know. I'll try to make it happen, you guys. I'm still looking at that $500 from Jeffrey, and it still just blows my mind. Jeffrey, you, oh, look at that. Jeffrey, okay, I am out. Good night, everyone. Jeffrey, you are an incredible human, and that level of kindness is rarely seen, and for you to bestow that upon me, it's wonderful, and I really can't thank you enough, brother. I can't thank you enough. Ian B, new PC also sounds like a good vlog feature. I agree. Pat Johnson, what is your main job? I don't like to really talk about where I work all the time. It's easy enough to find out, but I do software development, and I'm on the QE side of things. I've been in software QA for 20 plus years. I'm old. Oh my gosh. Stephen Bartels, $2. Love your work. Answer my question, please. Spokane Valley. Okay, so now I have to scroll up. Let's see. Stephen. Where are you, Stephen? Stephen, where are you? Well, this is gonna be tough. Okay, so I gotta find Stephen here and see. Stephen. Is it that one? Bar. Let's see. Here we go. Stephen Bartels. Oh, and there's 3D printing science. How you doing, man? Do you sell off excess used printers in the Spokane Valley? Okay. So Stephen, I will only ever sell off. Well, okay. So I guess I have to. Okay. I get a lot of printers that are given to me by manufacturers for review, and then most of those they tell me to keep because they want me to continue to expose people to their printers through usage on my channel. Printers that are given to me by manufacturers, the only time I would ever sell them off is if there was some sort of emergency that required immediate funds, and I would sell them to fund that emergency fund. But other than that, printers that are given to me are always ever given to friends who are interested in 3D printing or donated to facilities like makerspaces and schools. So if you are, but I would imagine the printers that I have purchased, I would have no problem selling them, but what you'll notice is that printers don't hold their value. So if you pay $1,000 for a printer brand new, 6 months later you want to sell it, you're not going to be able to get anywhere near $1,000 for that machine. That sucks. Kobe Packmare. Hopefully I said that right. Do you think the new Prusa will end up getting multicolor upgrade? And wondering about thoughts on the filament splicer product that's out there that splices then feeds the printer. Thanks for the $10, Kobe. I really appreciate that. The new Prusa Mark III will be getting the multicolor upgrade. In fact, Prusa just sent out, or his team just sent out an email yesterday, I think it was, saying that they are working for the Prusa Mark III multi-material upgrade. That will happen. And it'll have a bunch more sensors, which is just going to be fantastic. And you're wondering thoughts about the filament splicer product that's out there that splices then feeds to the printer. I think you're talking about the Palette or the Palette Plus from Mosaic. And I have one. That's what I printed that really, really big 3D fill-in with the rainbow patterns on it. I just have to get it hooked back up to my G-Max over here, and I can start doing some more prints with it. I love the idea. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I love the idea, and I love that you can splice PLA and PVA and some other materials together to be able to print together. I just need to use it a bunch more, because I really want to show it off. The technology in that machine is just insane, and it would be really cool to be able to talk about the individual components that it's doing. Kobe, if you ever get the chance to see one, you really should. I think you'd be really impressed. Panic Joker with €5. Or no, 5 pounds. 5 pounds. Sorry. Don't know how many dollars this is. Greetings from Great Britain. Well, hello, Panic Joker. Thank you for the donation to my computer fund, I'm assuming. And it's really early morning for you, so good morning. Nanner Puss with $2. Keep on chooching. Keep your in a vice, right? AVE. That's good stuff right there. Two Top Gaming. Do you know any good modifications for the Wanhao Duplicator i3? I don't off the top of my head, but I bet if you search Thingiverse, you can find all sorts of 3D printable upgrades for that machine. You do it as a .NET development for the last 6, and you're a software engineer for 30. That's fantastic. Brandon's asking about sending direct message with some questions for me, and if and this goes for everybody, not just you, Brandon. So the best way to communicate with me, if you want to send a private question, is through email. And you can always reach me, Joel at the3dprintingnerd.com. The 3D Printing Nerd, it's my domain. It's where I sell my shirts and try to remember to post videos. I need to hire an assistant or something. But that's where you would send an email to. And I try to get to those when I have time. The problem is, so streaming right now is taking up time where I need to be filming or starting prints or loading footage or replying to emails, and so I try to respond to emails when I can, but it doesn't always happen. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys! It's past 2. I have work in the morning. I gotta stop this. Okay, well, Pat just gave me $10. My goodness, Pat, what do you think about using the iPhone 10 as a 3D scanner? I think it's great. I think we're gonna see a lot more of that in the future, because the iPhone has that the same little dot projector that the Kinect has, so it can do depth sensing and it can do color sensing, and it can put that together to get a 3D model. So I don't see why that would not be used for 3D scanning, and I hope it happens. Zagro Sect, set up prints while streaming. That's in the works. Promise. All right, let's call it good right there. I really appreciate everybody. Coming onto the stream and helping me test this out. A big thanks to everybody that threw some money my way for a new computer. That's incredibly kind of you. And to Jeffrey Nicolatek, it's still amazing, and just staring at that $500 mark makes me want to cry. Beyond that, be good to each other. Don't forget to hug each other, and I love you all, as always. Good night, and high five.